Right, okay, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is a transfer roundup video. It is currently the 25th of January, so we're getting towards the end of the window here, and yet there's still, nothing too concrete happening, but there's a lot of big rumours. There's still got a lot of things to talk about, actually. Looking more likely to be selling a few players than buying a few players. So yeah, let's get into it. Start off then with Renato Veiga. So Veiga will be joining Juve on a 6-month loan with no option to buy. It's pretty much done. He was meant to have his medical yesterday. We're just waiting on the news of the medical and the official confirmation over it. But yeah, so it's pretty much all done. It'll cost Juve around £4.2 million, including wages and loan fee. I mean, look, it's a strange one. The Athletic have said that Veiga still sees his future with us. Apparently, we're not looking for a backup left back. Obviously, Veiga, he more wants to play centre back, hence why he's moving to Juve, who have been looking for a centre back. We know they've been looking after Tomore, but we'll get onto it later. They've had their eyes on Disasi as well. So Juve want a centre back. They've chosen Veiga. Veiga, he still wants, we're still in his long term plans, but he wants to move away for 6 months. It's a bit of a strange one. I'm happy we're getting some money for him because the point, I don't want Veiga to go. If I'm totally honest, I don't want Veiga to go. But if he is going to go, I'm happy we've got a bit of money in for him, and we're not, paying his wages. Like, look at the Sterling deal, for instance. We're not really getting anything from that, apart from having him away from us. This deal, while we're sort of, he's not with us, so we are losing a bit. We're not getting 100% disadvantage because we are getting a bit of money and we're not doing his wages was big. So yeah, I mean, it's just a strange one. So I really like Veiga. I think he's looked like a really good player so far. I think, he's built an established relationship with the fans. I think he's looked good. Obviously, he's very versatile. He's mainly played centre back and left back for us, or mainly played left back, played a bit of centre back. But we know he can possibly go into midfield as well, I believe, or even right back, I think. So I think there's a really good player in Veiga. I'm a massive fan of him. So it's a bit of a shame to see him going out on loan. I would like to see him have the whole season as well. Because obviously now, if Kukura gets injured or Kukura needs to rest, it's a bit more Umanari. Who do you put in there? Gusso's not playing as much. He's not playing as great as when he does play. Would you still put Gusso in there? Do you just slide Cole along? There's a lot of questions to be had now. I think Veiga does leave. Losing Veiga does leave a big hole in our team. It's disappointing. But I think the positives from this is, we're not paying for any of it, and he is coming back after 6 months for sure, as there's no option or obligation to buy. So, we're still going to have him next season. Hopefully, maybe if he goes away at Juventus, plays well, gets some more games, gets ready, he can come back next season and he can perform his best for us for a whole season, hopefully. So, there are positives to move for us, but overall, this wouldn't be a move I would, try and make happen. I'd much rather us keep him, but he is going to Juventus. There was Dortmund were going for him. Originally, we were only going to do a permanent sale. Obviously, that's not turned out that way, and he's not going to Dortmund anymore. They turned away from him. So it has been once at the start of the window what was a possibility, and it is one that's going to go over the line. Next one's an interesting one. Obviously, we linked with Kobe Mainoo a few weeks ago. Now it's Alejandro Garnacho from Manchester United. So Fabrizio Romano said that Man United want £59 million, and that is something we're working on. We're expected to bid, and we feel the player is open for a move. If he is to move away from Manchester United, it'd be us as first choice. I mean, look, there's a lot of talk about Garnacho. Florian Plettenberg said about, the opinion of, the possibility of a swap deal for Nkunku. We know Manchester United are interested in Nkunku. However, Fabrizio came out and said there's nothing concrete, close or advanced with a swap deal. So there's a lot to go through right there. So Man United want about £59 million for Garnacho. For me personally, I think that's too high, because there would be some people who would pay it, possibly others. But for me personally, it's probably too high. I mean, the things we got, there's a good player in Garnacho. There's a bit of potential there, but for £59 million, not really, not for me, not for what I've seen. Also, you have to make the fact that how many wingers do we want? Winger is not the situation I'll be looking at to bulk up right now. Especially if you're spending that much money on a winger when we've got Neto, we've got Sancho, we've got Madueke, Palmer could probably do a job at right wing, Felix could probably do a job on the wing, Kunku could probably do a job at left wing. We do not need a winger right now. And so we're paying that much money for a winger who's relatively inconsistent, hasn't proved he's necessarily worth that much money yet on a consistent basis. I think it'd be an absolutely outrageous move when we need a goalkeeper. Well, it looks like we do need a goalkeeper because it looks like they're not going to recall anyone or anything. And Robert Sanchez has been that level. We definitely need a centre back. We've been linked to lots of centre backs, but they're saying the problem with getting another centre back is we need the money to pay for one. I mean, surely not going for Garnacho, we can then use that money for another centre back. This move, it just sort of contradicts what we sort of need and what the rumours have been so far this window. It's a bit confusing for me. Swap deal for Nkunku wise, I definitely wouldn't take that. I think Nkunku for Garnacho is a downgrade. I'm happy to say it's a downgrade. I said I think there's a decent pair in Garnacho, but that would be a downgrade. So yeah, I mean, this is just a really weird rumour for me. So I mean, if we're getting Garnacho for good money, I might say yeah, but just the details of what we know so far, and just the context of this move, it's just a bit of a weird one for me. I'm not too sure on it. Cesare Casadei, Fabrizio said negotiations are at the final stages of Lazio for Cesare Casadei. They're pushing for a £10.1 million deal with a 20% sell-on clause. I mean, look, when we first signed him, there was a lot of hype around him. He's clearly a good player, a bit of potential, but he's not really playing at all. He doesn't seem massively favourable. When he has played, he hasn't been anything extraordinary, has he? So, I mean, £10.1 million, we still make a loss on him. I'm not pretty sure. I think, did we get it for 12 or 15 million pounds? I think. I can't quite remember, but off the top of my memory, it was somewhere around there. So I think we will make a slight loss on him. But we have got a sell-on clause on there. So that's not bad. I think that's quite good. If we can get a 20% sell-on clause, that would be decent. And we get a decent fee out of him, was better. So yeah, I'm quite open to this move. I wouldn't be against it. Next one's an interesting one, Armando Broja. So Dominic King has said that Everton are considering sending Broja back from his loan spell in the hopes that they could get Kieran Dewsbury-Hall or Chukwuemeka. So now, this is an interesting one here. So Armando Broja, he's not quite a swimming time at Everton, has he? He's been injured most of it, and he's injured again now. So they're just thinking about sending him back to us in the hope that could hopefully allow them to rather get Kieran Dewsbury-Hall or Chukwuemeka, as I said. So, I mean, look, whether they send Broja back to us or not, it's not really our choice. Don't really have any say on it. It don't really matter. Now, sending Kieran Dewsbury-Hall or Chukwuemeka, obviously, look, with the site, we've had a bit of lightness in midfield the last few weeks. Enzo potentially injured, Lavi's been injured, Caicedo had to get rest of the game. I'm pretty sure he did. So, we have had a bit of lightness in midfield, and Dewsbury-Hall has been sort of useful. I mean, we've been able to play him. It's a start, I guess. But I wouldn't be prone to selling Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. I wouldn't necessarily be against that. Get some good money for him. I wouldn't mind that. That sort of does mean that we'll have to either recall people from loan or we'll have to use Chukwuemeka. I said this at the start of the window. I don't want to sell Chukwuemeka now. I don't want to sell him now. I want to give him a loan move, or let's start playing him. Whatever we do, just don't sell Carney Chukwuemeka now. You're not going to get the money we possibly can for him. It's just an absolute waste. It's rushing to a move. It's wasting a move. I think we need to just keep hold of him for now, whether that's through loan or just keep him in our team playing. And we'll reassess it in the summer, where we could potentially get a bit more money for him, or we can keep him playing with the squad. That's my personal view, because I think Chukwuemeka is a really good player. I say Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, I'd be more prone to selling him if we can get a good option. So next up, Joao Felix. Fabrizio Romano, once again, he said we've got to keep an eye on him and alluded to the idea that there's a lot of interest in him. Apparently, a lot of teams are asking Jorge Mendes about Joao Felix. I mean, I think it'd be disappointing if we get rid of Joao Felix in January. Was it 6 months after he joined? I think that would be a massive disappointment. I want to see more from him. I want to see at the very least a whole season for him. So personally, for me, I wouldn't want to sell Joao Felix. I think he's still got a lot of use to us. I think look at the games recently. A lot of time we need a player off the bench who can make an impact, and a lot of time that can be him or has been him. So yeah, I'll be more. I want us to keep Joao Felix for at least till the end of the season. And once again, a bit like Chukwueze, it's one we can assess in the summer. And last but not least, Axel Disasi. Santi Noah has said that AC Milan are interested in Axel Disasi, but are reliant on Fikayo Tomori leaving. There's also claims of interest from Newcastle and Juventus for a centre back as well. So you talk about Juventus, so they want a centre back. I don't know if it's going to disappear with the signing of Veiga, or if they're still chasing for one. I don't know. It's a bit like Kieran Dewsbury Hall for me and Cesare Casadei. I mean, if we can get good money for Axel Disasi, I'm pretty happy to let him go. I mean, obviously, centre back depth's still a problem, but if we can get rid of him, that does mean we can have the money to bring in another centre back. So, yeah, I wouldn't be too against Axel Disasi leaving. Don't mind him as a player, but this season he hasn't been reliable at all in the Premier League. He's still too inconsistent. So if we can get some decent money for him, then yeah, I wouldn't be too unhappy with letting Axel Disasi go to AC Milan, to be honest. That is it for today then. So what's your opinion, with the final days of the window looming over us, who are you looking to sell? Who are you looking to bring in? What's your opinion on these stories? Yeah, let us know. Thanks for watching. See ya.